Catherine, Princess of Wales, entered public life not with dominance, but with restraint. In those early years, there was a noticeable hesitancy in her presence, a careful awareness of every step, every gesture. It wasn't uncertainty, it was discipline. And nowhere was that more evident than in the way she approached royal jewelry. From the very beginning, it became clear that what she wore was never accidental. Each piece carried meaning far beyond its beauty, signaling her gradual introduction into an institution where symbols speak louder than words. When she appeared at Westminster Abbey on her wedding day in 2011, wearing the delicate Cartier halo tiara, the message was subtle but unmistakable. This was not a display of power, but an invitation into it. The piece whispered history rather than declaring it, offering a glimpse of lineage without overwhelming her presence. It was a beginning defined not by authority, but by permission. By 2013, something had shifted. Catherine was no longer simply present, she was participating. Her appearance at her first diplomatic reception marked a quiet turning point. The lotus flower tiara, paired with diamond chandelier earrings once worn by Queen Elizabeth II, represented more than elegance. It was access. In the hierarchy of royal jewels, not all pieces are equal. Some are decorative, others ceremonial, but a select few are functional, reserved for moments of state and significance. Catherine's inclusion in that circle spoke volumes. The tiara itself, light and refined, became a symbol of transition. It appeared again and again over the years, not as repetition, but as reinforcement. Each reappearance suggested continuity, a steady progression rather than a sudden ascent. She was being shaped for something greater, and the process was deliberate, almost imperceptible to those not watching closely. Then came the moment that changed everything: the lover's knot tiara. Deeply associated with Diana, Princess of Wales, it carried emotional weight unlike any other piece, but it also belonged firmly within the royal collection, bridging personal memory and institutional authority. When Catherine began wearing it regularly from 2015 onward, it marked a transformation. This was no longer about access, it was about identity. The tiara became part of her visual language, appearing at state banquets and diplomatic events across the world. Through repetition, it evolved from an heirloom into a statement. To the public, it evoked memory and sentiment. To the monarchy, it represented continuity and stability. Catherine carried both meanings with precision, embodying a role that demanded both emotional resonance and controlled authority. As her role expanded, so did the significance of the pieces she wore. The Nizam of Hyderabad necklace, bold and unmistakable, signaled trust at the highest level. This was not a subtle jewel, it demanded presence, and yet, Catherine wore it with composure, proving her ability to carry not just its physical weight, but its symbolic one. Alongside such grandeur were quieter pieces, equally powerful in their meaning. The Edinburgh wedding bracelet, gifted from Prince Philip to Queen Elizabeth II, carried the story of a partnership that defined an era. When Catherine wears it, she steps into that narrative, connecting past to present in a way that feels both intimate and public. The Bahrain pearl earrings and the Japanese pearl choker speak in softer tones, often appearing during moments of remembrance. They do not seek attention, yet they command it through their consistency. In these choices, Catherine reveals an understanding that influence is not always loud. It is often measured, intentional, and deeply rooted in tradition. Not every piece becomes part of her identity. Some, like the striking Greville ruby necklace, appear only once, a moment of exploration rather than establishment. Others, like the Greville chandelier earrings, signal a new confidence, a willingness to embrace boldness without hesitation. These choices suggest evolution, not departure. Catherine is no longer navigating the system, she is shaping her place within it. The pattern is now unmistakable. Jewelry in her world is not decoration, it is language. Pearls speak of remembrance, diamonds of diplomacy, tiaras of state presence, and through repetition, these messages become clear, even to those unfamiliar with their history. Today, Catherine stands not as a newcomer, but as a central figure in the visual narrative of the monarchy. Without declarations or announcements, her role is defined through what she wears and when she wears it. It is a quiet assertion of authority, measured, deliberate, and impossible to ignore.